Hello and welcome to this edition of Michael Crose Talks. Guess who I am? Yeah, pretty easy to do. But anyway, today I wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that, oh gosh, I'm a news junkie. I don't remember how long I've been a news junkie, but it's been pretty much most of my adult life, and even as a teenager. I used to love reading the St. Petersburg Times and the Clearwater Sun here in the Tampa Bay area where I live. And I remember once, and maybe you do, if you're from around here, you have to remember this. The St. Petersburg Times and the Clearwater Sun were just intense competitors. The Clearwater Sun was an afternoon newspaper, and the St. Petersburg Times was the morning paper. Well, then the Clearwater Sun decided they were going to compete head-to-head against the St. Petersburg Times, so they started publishing 7 days a week as a morning paper. The St. Petersburg Times would not have any of this. The St. Petersburg Times was this huge, powerful newspaper. And they built this really nifty building in downtown Clearwater, directly across the street from the Clearwater Sun's headquarters. Now, the building was built in 1978, and as you can see, the design was rather incredible. It was designed to be an environmentally friendly building that generated most of its power. They had a windmill that you can see pictured there. They had solar panels, and on the side of the building, they had soil. They had berms built up and soil all the way around the side of the building, which worked as a natural insulator. It was a prize building. It was a building for the 70s that was going to just revolutionize building technology. Well, the truth of the matter is that the windmill never worked. The solar panels basically were designed to heat water and to be used for the air conditioning, but I don't think it really worked. The berms that were on the side of the building, which were to work as a natural insulator, I had heard tales of it just making the building very damp. But still, it did a good job of pushing the Clearwater Sun down and beating it down, because the Clearwater Sun, and I think in 1990 finally, stopped publishing. I remember in 1980, I belonged to a organization called Leadership Pinellas, and Eugene Patterson, who was the publisher of the St. Petersburg Times, invited us all to come down to this spiffy new building where he started to give us a tour, and part of the air conditioning wasn't working. So the tour ended rather abruptly, and we sat out in the lobby, and they had chairs around, and he sat and talked about newspaper business for a while. It was fascinating. Eugene Patterson was a incredibly intelligent guy. I was kind of looking forward to the tour. Well, today, goodness gracious sakes alive, I'm driving down Myrtle Avenue, and what do I see? Well, one of the things that I will tell you is the St. Petersburg Times became the Tampa Bay Times, and they abandoned that building a couple of years ago. I guess they sold it to the city of Clearwater, and they moved to rental property downtown somewhere. And what did I see today? Oh, goodness gracious, have the mighty have fallen. There were cranes and big equipment and everything else tearing down the building, knocking out the solar panels, digging up the berms on the side of the building. I guess they were getting ready to take down that big windmill that never worked. And now, just like across the street where the Clearwater Sun once stood, this will become a vacant lot. I kind of miss newspapers in a way. I gave up my subscription to the Time a few years ago when, instead of making a better product because they were competing against the internet, they just started letting help go and, firing my favorite columnist. So I started getting all my news where most people get their news, and that would be the internet. And I don't see them taking great strides to be that internet friendly. And now their prize building is all gone. History. Another part of my youth destroyed, gone. Oh well. I think I'm going to go log on to the internet and read some local news. I'm Michael Crose. Have a great day.